Hi, in this video, we will be doing salt textured study with watercolor painting. For this, I have taken 300 GSM paper and I have drawn minimal outline of the art and I'll use watercolor cakes and a normal color palette and also a bit of salt and water. This is the water. And I'll be using brushes, mob brushes, brush number 8 and 4. And if it is necessary, I will use angular brush number 1. If it is necessary, I'll use angular brush number 1. These are all mob brushes. And you can use normal round brushes. If you don't have mob brushes, you can use round brushes also. And round brushes, uh, take 6 or 2 number brushes will go very nicely. Okay. So whenever we start watercolor painting, we will start with basic techniques. There are two types of techniques, wet on wet and wet on dry technique. Now, in this, to show the salt texture, I'll be choosing wet on wet technique. So for that, I have kept my board in flat position so that water will flow when I apply the water. So first I'll take brush number 8 and I'll take water with the brush. It will take water quantity nicely. Okay. So in the standing line position, that means from top to bottom, I am trying to apply the color, water, clear water. So water should be there on the paper surface. Okay, then only color will flow. So we have applied water. Now you start with light colors. Okay, so first what I'll do, I'll take cobalt blue hue to my palette and then I'll drop color like this. See, it need to flow freely down. Okay, like this. And then I'll apply a little bit of Cerulean blue. I'll first take Cerulean blue to palette and I'll add a little bit of water to it. Let it get loosened properly. Okay. So, like this, I'll add Cerulean blue. So you can observe it is flowing freely, right? Like that, you need to flow. And then I'll clean my brush and wipe it with the cloth. You can use tissue paper to wipe the brush. Okay. And take ultramarine green. Take ultramarine green. Ultramarine green will give good texture when you drop it on the like this. Just drop like this. Let it flow. So let it get set. So you should not put pressure on the paper. You need to be very careful. If you put pressure on the paper, then what happens? That free flow texture won't be visible. Okay, so in loose water painting, we will always concentrate on free flow texture. Okay, so here I want to increase little bit of dark value. So transition should be smooth, but I need a dark value too. So the excess water which is down this side, I'll pull little up so that I don't need to add any extra water and all. So I'll add little bit of Cerulean blue here. So here it got dried, so I'll add little bit of water more like this. And here, if I don't pull it up, what happens? The sharper value will be coming back. So I don't want any sharper value. Okay. So once it is done, once it is wet only, you just add salt. Okay. Sprinkle salt here. So for drying, it will take time. Okay. Let it take time. Till then, we can paint the rest of the things. Okay. So you need to add like this. A little bit of salt. Okay. So let it get set and let it dry. Drying time will be there, right? Now we'll move to the next step where we will be changing the brush, and I'll show with round brush also so that if you don't have mop brush, you can use round brush also. So I'll use round brush now. I am taking round brush number, this is I think this is 6. I'll be taking round brush number 6. You can always do experiment by taking different number of brushes, not only 6. You can use 4 number brush also. Okay. I'm applying here crimson red. You can use any type of red here, but I feel it gives a good contrast, so I'm using crimson red. Like this. And to light up the this house value, so I'll be using Gombange hue. Gombange hue will give good light up value, or you can use Indian yellow also. Anything will go here. So I'll take Gombange hue. I'll give Gombange hue value this side. And be careful, you should not get this color should not get mixed up with the crimson red. If it get mixed up with the crimson red, it will change its value. So you need to be careful about that. Now, I feel this light should have shadow value too, like this. And here also, a small shadow value. Because contrast will go very nicely. So we need to be doing it. Now, mop brush number, you can use angular mop brush, or you can use mop brush number 2. If you don't have, you can use mop brush number 0. Any brush will go here. Now, whatever the extra water here flowing, that I'll pinch it up like this. Okay, so that I don't want extra watercolors. Okay, now I'll take a little bit of cobalt blue hue, that is sky blue, and I'll add water. After that, I'll be using little bit of emerald green to it. So it will give the value of ultramarine green. It will add value of ultramarine green. So here also what I'll do, I'll add water first, but in I'll change the direction now. I'll change it in landscape way, that is horizontal way. Yes. So you should be careful. It should not, here we have applied Gamboge here. It should not bleed. Okay, if it bleed also not a problem, but be careful. For applying clear water, you can use brush number 8 so that in one stroke you can apply it easily. Now, now I'll take cobalt blue hue to the palette and I'll try to apply cobalt blue hue like this. Yeah. And also I'll give little bit of green side. And it should look warm color. So because we have selected the colors with for the sky also we have selected colors like warm colors only. So it need to give it need to look warm texturey look. So this side a little bit of green. So when there is a snow, there will be some reflection of the sky. Okay. So that is the subject study. Now here also I'll take green and I'll add like this. And now freely I'll add the blue color. Here in this way like this. And here also. Here I'll add little bit of white. I'll mix white here. I'll take white. And even though white doesn't look on the white paper, okay, but it will get mixed up with the blue color and it will give that what you'll say depth to the it will add depth to the objects like this. And just blend it. So always try to blend the colors so that there won't be any sharpness visible. So now here and there we will lift a little bit of color here so that snow texture will be visible. You can do with the tissue paper or you can lift color with the brush. You can use any brush or you can use any sponge. Okay. Now I'll take brush number 2, mop brush number 2, and I'll use Cerulean blue. I'll take Cerulean blue to the palette. Okay. And first I'll add one line. And I'm giving some impression only on the salt. Here I already added the salt. Okay, so first I'll give light impressions. Impression should not be strong here. to be light so that only I chose Cerulean blue here. Here at this stage you can use angular brush if you want. If you don't want, you can go with the 2 number mop brush. Okay, at this side. No need to be exact, perfect ratios. You just give some idea like this. You can do the tree structure like this also if you want. This will also go very well. Finally, you believe what? Okay. So on the wet surface only, we are adding the colors. So first layer is done for the tree. Now I'll take black color and I'll mix it with Curlon blue. Okay, instead of using black color directly, I'll take dark color and a little bit I'll add here. Still, it needs to dry, so we will wait a little bit. Now I'll use same Curlon blue mixed with black. I will add a little bit here this side. And not completely, just a tiny part. I'll leave it white so that I will get the value of the snow. Now with the tissue paper, I'll remove the extra color by giving it a texture. Okay, and also little bit I'll add salt. So my intention is it should look like snowflakes. Okay, so instead of painting snowflakes with the help of salt, we can make a texture from it. Okay, that is the main intention of doing with. So here little bit it got dry. So I'll try to add this side. So I'll take angular brush and I'll give it an outline. If you don't want to use angular brush, you can use normal brush number 1. Any brush you can use, it will go. Okay, it will go. So I'll take brush number 0. Brush number 2 you can take instead of 0. 0 will be the finest value in the round brush series. So just add black lines. Lightness value will increase here. So that only I added the borders. And now I give one more value to the house, that is small vent. Okay. Now I'll give it a blue color inside to the vent. And I'll add a shadow value to it. Okay. So somewhere you will get the realistic way of touch. Okay, though it's an imaginary values which we are using. Okay, we'll just give some touch like this. Okay. Now for this hills, I will increase little bit of value here so that my the hill should look backside of the heart. There are hills. It is the reason why we have drawn this line like this. You need to increase the hill value. And this side, it's the line where it is showing the perspective. Okay. Now I'll take brush number 2. I'll use black color. With the strokes like this. With the strokes you need to do the tree structures. Again I'll show how to do. Okay. See here. This is the blue structure which we have drawn with the blue color. Slightly down, just put one dot with black color and give stroke again, again, like this. And now you just pull the line down. Like this. Place the head down like this and pull it up. Head down like this, pull it down, pull it up. Okay. So it will form a like a tree. Give little bit small twiggy structures. Oh, okay. Now the same thing. Let's draw one line. If you want to increase its twigs, you can increase. And you just put tiny, tiny dots and tiny, tiny twigs. Okay. This is one way. Now I'll crisscrossing the lines so that the value will be visible properly. Okay. And after that, so after that, I'll increase here also a little bit by using the stroke method like this. Okay. Now this side, same thing. Draw line like this, like that, like this, like that, like this. See, it's very easy to paint, right? Now, same thing. Just put one drops like that and small, small twigs, tiny, tiny, and then increase the length structure. Last here, just put like this line and so base of the trees are ready. Okay. So still here, still it need to dry little bit. Let it dry. So you can able to observe this texture here. So still salt is there on top of the sky part, right? So we can observe the texture over the sky part, right? Misty texture. Okay. Now I'll increase little bit of values for the tree. Still it need to dry. Okay. So I'll take little bit of Cerulean blue and I'll add here some values like this. So I don't want anything to be sharp. So I'll blend here like that. So this is one way. And now little bit of salt I'll apply on the tree part. So if it is not dry, texture won't be. If it is dry, texture would not be formed. It should be wet. Then only texture will form. Okay. Salt will get absorbed with water and it will leave texture. Now, finally, what I will do, so before it, before the color will get dry, I'll take white color. Here, at this stage, you can use white or white, acrylic white you can use so that that white will stand, or you can use any poster color white also you can use at this stage. I'm going to take white. I'll take white for my palette. I'll add more water to the white color. After this, I'll take brush like this and I'll sprinkle the white. Putting more now. On top of the salt will be sprinkling white so that the snow flakes will be there, no? When salt, we added salt, it will form texture. On that texture, white will go in a beautiful way. So like this. So this is the salt texture study. You can use any way salt texture. Okay. So usually salt texture we will add in the skies. Okay, wherever sky work we will do, there and all we'll add the salt textures. Now I'll take other dry brush and I'll take off the salt. So if it is dried, salt will come out by itself. Okay, we need not to take it out. Okay, and if you want to add any add-ons like this, you can add. If you feel, you can add like this. For the trim. We are doing loose painting study, all right? So it will look like this only. So you can use little bit of greens to it. Not only black, you can use green, emerald green. You can give some value scale. So this is about salt texture study. Try it. Have while doing. You can change the image also, and you can try it well, and it will look. It will come out very nice. Okay.